YouTubers and friends. It's day one of our GPS outing. We're down here just behind Bill's place, one of the first two spots that Sarah and I came down here and dug. We got spoiled again. Got to sleep in the camper. Bill's a hell of a guy. He treats us really well. It's very cool. But this morning I got a fire going. I'm gonna go and do some sample panning. I'm gonna go over here and plug around in this bank over there on the far side. Right there between that sled and that dredge was my very first hole. And then just upstream, a big pile of rocks. I don't know if you can see my monster can sitting there, but that was our second hole. Dano and Mark Franklin's good spot. And I'll show you guys in a bit, but somebody really raped her open. And seen where they were starting to hit in some really good gravel layer down at the very bottom. There's just so much overburden to deal with. Well, I'm gonna cross the creek and I'll show you guys some more. Some of you may remember this spot from our earlier vids, but here's the bank that Sarah and I were pulling out some pickers. Actually, there's what used to be right in there. Yeah, I don't know if Mark did all this, or maybe somebody caught my videos and they decided, oh, that's a hell of a good spot. They opened this up big time. There's a lot more material. But somebody, and I don't know who, had a clever idea of kind of undercutting. And you see that big ass boulder down in there? And that's not an Ohio boulder. Untouched. Thousands and thousands of years. Well, like bitch of it is, it's got fucking 6 foot overburden on top. Once that comes down, you're fucked. Let's start all over again. But since the last time I've been upstream here, everybody's been hitting along the bank. About every 10 foot somebody's dug in. Dug in. Mind you of stuff reading on the California Gold Rush, being elbow to elbow. But it's a beautiful morning. I'm going to go do some sampling. I'm actually going to go down there in the weeds and do some sampling. Today, day one. Nobody else is here. It won't be rolling in until tomorrow. So we're going to do the upstream thing today and probably part of tomorrow. And then once the GPS crew gets here, then we'll move downstream to where we're going to camp at and show you guys the material down there. Some really good looking stuff. But excited. We're gonna have a lot of fun and hopefully get some gold. Well, quick update. So far I've done 2 shovelfuls. Didn't bring my snuffer bottle, but there's 2 flecks of gold in there. Or shall I say fly poop. Probably can't see it on the GoPro, but altogether there's 4 right there. First one was just a little tiny shovelful. Ton of black sand. I mean, it was like that on the first scoop. Lots of clay, unfortunately. But here's the hole I punched in this sandy hillside. First I just kind of poked it with a stick, and then I seen this the red rust layer. So I went up and got my shovel. And those shovelfuls are from right in here where I undercut. You can see the red layer, and then there was like a black layer underneath it. But starting to hit gravel. The first few inches was all sand. There's lots of clay in there though. But then I started hitting some good rocks. So 4 specks and 2 tiny shovelfuls. Do I drag the equipment down? I sure in the hell think so. There's not that much overburden here. If I have a collapse, I can just kind of move up or down the bank. But this is part of the old bench is what it is. Goes back probably like 50 feet. And there's another hill up. And this is kind of the pinch, I believe, compared to downstream where there's a big ass field. But we do pretty good down there too. But today, I think we're gonna run up here. Do some plugging here in a few. Probably do another shovelful or two before I drag down the banker. Then we're gonna set it up and run some dart. Sun's starting to come. Okay, we are semi set up and gassed up. Not leveled off. The one thing I forgot was my level. So I'm gonna run my river sluice in line behind the dredge to see what kind of fine shit we're catching. Or losing, rather. Yeah, it's not exactly set up. I need to find a little piece to bridge the gap there. Should have set this up at home. But I did mod the high banker. I'm gonna run my water hose in for the spray bars. And then my dredge nozzle for the extra water flow. Pieced it all together. Fire it up here and see how she runs. To give her some tweaking and give her some leveling. And I'll give you guys an update here. Well, we're just wrapping up day one of our Gold Prospectors space outing. There's the hole we left in the earth. Some pretty good stuff, but a lot of clay too. Heavy ass shit. Got more knowledge today than gold, I think. It's been a good deal talking to Bill and different fine gold recovery techniques and whatnot. But we should be all good to run for tomorrow. Making some seasoned barbecue chicken. Turned out to be a great day. And we will catch you guys tomorrow.
Shadow, put it in the sun. Put it back here on your seat. Yeah, there you go.
For a dime.
Put a dime in there.
I ain't got a dime. I only had a nickel.
Here, I think
That's still nice though. Can't miss it.
I know you did. Real old trail, boy. My reputation, tell that guy.
So much for focus.
Here's a dime.
You're having